Hey guys, welcome back to But Does It Really Work? Today I wanted to go over Zebit. So Zebit is something that you can apply for an account and be able to finance purchases. You can either purchase things directly from them, or you can purchase gift cards and then go purchase them at the stores. This is set up for people from anywhere from really bad credit to excellent credit. Of course, you know, the higher your credit score, the more balance you're going to get, higher balance you're going to get. But this is literally 0% interest. So it's really neat. You get 6 months to pay back whatever you get. And then, you know, of course, as you pay things off, your balance goes back up. In general, they start off with about $2,500 in approved credit. Really the main thing that they do is just verify income. Like they don't care about your credit score. Like, it's really more based on that. They don't pull FICO, and I think they say they don't really even pull anything from the major credit companies. They just do research, I guess, on your serious delinquencies, maybe. I don't know. From what I saw and from what I've heard from other people who are using it, it's like really simple. Like, as long as you have income, verifiable income, you'll get approved. It's simple. So you can see here they have gift cards, tons of gift cards. Those are really cool because they're just restaurants, they're stores. You can get some, you know, that are $50. You'll pay $10 up front and then pay the rest over 6 months. And then they have some that are 100. They have some that are 200. It just depends. Some stores offer higher credit cards than others. I mean, credit limits for the gift cards than others. And so if you wanted to do like $100 one, then you would pay $20 up front, and then the rest you would pay in increments over 6 months. Now the catch is you have to have a direct withdrawal. So at least for initially. I realized, because I did something on accident, that it doesn't affect your account if you remove it later, because I didn't have a valid card on file and it didn't do anything. It wasn't until the payment didn't process and then they shut me down. And as soon as I put my new card in there and the payment was made, everything was fine. So I don't think you have to stay on auto pay or auto draft, but that's the way it has to be when you initially sign up. So you could see there's like everything: like Kohl's, Sephora, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Cabela's, and I don't know what this Royal Caribbean thing is, but Texas Roadhouse, Krispy Kreme. So I mean, it's kind of neat. I think especially during the holidays, you know, I know cash is tight for people right now. Personally, with my family, we're looking into doing a regifting gift exchange, where we're just taking items that we already have, wrapping them up. Of course, meaningful stuff, you know, we're going to think about it and what we know a family member probably really would enjoy, and, you know, something gently used. You know, we're not going to give junk, but that's going to be our strategy. First of all, to you know, save on money, not put pressure on people to be spending all this money during this uncertain time, but also to just, you know, kind of refocus, you know, about the reason for the season, you know, and that's the birth of Jesus. So we're hoping that little by little we can start drawing back from that super consumerism behavior that I think has penetrated pretty much the entire world. So you can see here, you can also purchase items. Like, they have things from clothes to shoes, electronics. They have vacuum cleaners, they have tires, they have portable air conditioners. I mean, they've got everything. I will say one thing, they tend to be higher end products. They don't really carry knockoffs or real cheap brands. Their brands they're usually name brand. And I mean, it doesn't mean they're not reasonable. I mean, there's things that they have. You know, I bought a Bissell vacuum cleaner that works amazing, and it was the same price that it was at Walmart and on Amazon. So not everything is like, oh my gosh, it's going to be huge, majorly expensive. You can see here it tells you what your last payment was and how much your next payment is. It gives you a little heads up ahead of time too. You get an email say, hey, don't forget, your payment's going to be due in 3 days or whatever, just to remind you to make sure you have the money in your account. But it really has been really nice. I really didn't think I was going to use it. Like, I signed up for it like a year or more ago. I didn't really think I was going to use it, but then cash got tight for some reason, and I don't remember what it was that I even purchased. But then as soon as I paid it off and I realized, it really is that simple. They're not going to do anything else but what they said they were going to do. So it says, there's no boundaries, there's no nonsense. We have simple, transparent language. And so it's very straightforward ultimately. And it is zero interest. So, even though, the items might be a little more expensive than if you were to buy a knockoff brand at Walmart, if you are having to finance, you're definitely going to have a higher cost financing through a credit card or a department store card. You're gonna pay more in the long run, and it's gonna take you longer to pay it off. In this case, they're breaking up what you took, what you charged, and just cutting it up by 6 months. They're not saying, okay, well, here's $5 towards your principal, and then $60 is going to us, like credit cards do. So I think it's a pretty good deal. So you can see here, questions, Q&A. Am I eligible? You just have to be 18. You have to be employed or have some sort of income. You don't have to be employed. You just have to have some kind of provable income. And they don't pull the major credit bureaus. There's no catch. The price is what you see. Will my credit score be affected? Zebit does not pull anything from the major bureaus that affect your FICO score. So basically they use other means, and I think really the thing is just confirming you have income. And then their pricing commitment, like I said, they do have higher end things. They're all name brand, so you can expect that it's not going to be dirt cheap. But hey, if you're in a bind and you need to go get an oil change or you need tires, and this is really the only way you can achieve that, it's not a bad route to go. You're going to be done with it in 6 months. So that's really nice. This, to me, I know a lot of people, they see this Zebit is weird. It's not a name that everybody is used to. So I know there's people that probably see this and go, I don't know about this. It seems weird. How can it be possible that they don't charge interest? But it does, and sometimes employers are already working with it. Like my employer was already working with Zebit, and that's how I learned about it. I don't know if there's really any benefit by going through your employer if they have that plan. I don't know. I honestly don't know what the connection is there, but they definitely work with employers. So if you're an employer, you can sign up so that your employees can have access to it. And really the employer kind of takes the credit, like, hey, check it out. We have this credit stuff, and you can buy things and pay it for over 6 months and it's zero interest. So it almost feels like a benefit, like a part of a benefit package. Like, oh, my work has this cool thing where I can buy things and pay it over 6 months. So that might be a cool thing to do if you're an employer and you want to kind of do something for your employees but really don't have the capital for it. You can just sign up for Zebit and then offer that to them, and it really is a benefit, because if you end up in a bind, it's really handy. I mean, really, ultimately, that's what it comes down to. You don't have to use it as your main source of spending. You can just save it for a rainy day. Pretty costly things on there. They have kitchenware, furniture, you name it. I mean, almost anything you need, you can get on there. And if you can't, you can buy a gift card and hopefully you can get that. Subscribe and turn on notifications. And the contest for the magnetic eyelashes ends October 1st. So that's when the winner will be announced. Thank you guys. Sorry for how I look. I was tired today, just not having it. So it is what it is. Thanks, guys.